Well, here we go again. We have everybody screaming at me about how I'm not supporting the First Amendment, so I can't be an atheist. Or there's you don't support the First Amendment because you won't let them build their mosque. you know, I this isn't the most intelligent video I've ever made, but it's on my mind. Yeah, the fact that I know why they want to try to build this Cordoba Center, at the site, around the site of 9/11 anyway, around it at least. They know why. And calling it the Cordoba Center is a slap in the face, and they know that. If you go to the Muslim websites, you'll hear it. They love it. They're just elated that our government is actually kowtowing to this ignorant interpretation of the First Amendment. It was, when I've read the First Amendment, we all know things have changed, but that's one thing that really hasn't, except for people's interpretations of it have changed. I think the only reason we see the Creator has endowed us with certain unalienable rights in the Constitution, it was placed in there in the 19th century. It wasn't an original part of it. It just said we were endowed with certain unalienable rights as men. That's what it said. It didn't say anything about a creator. Nobody believed in creators. It wasn't, you didn't walk around and tell people you were a Christian or you were this, you were that. You kept it to yourself. Okay? And that's what they meant by freedom of religion. Is the idea and the ability to be able to keep it to yourself or to talk about it at any time without somebody throwing you in jail for it or something, or making a law against doing that. But that was in the 18th century. The last half of the 18th, the 1700s. Now, well, some of the first, not all of the people that, the immigrants that went there for religious persecution. You know that, right? That was only the pilgrims. And they had a really an overblown idea of Christianity, kind of like they do now, with strict adherence to the book until it tells you to do something to your own kids. No, that's not in my own. That's out of context. But we all know that they meant freedom from religion. That was the real idea. That was the real point. But that the government should not even put its hands in it whatsoever. And yet you freaks just can't help yourselves, can you? It seems like, if you don't have a delusion, then you're not a real man. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. I always thought people like that we always ridiculed them. Christians and people knocking on the door and stuff, especially the Mormons. And then you guys come along, media, and everybody else. Oh, you'll criticize what do you call them? The fringe element, like Westboro Baptist Church. You'll criticize the hell out of them, you good Christians, but you won't do anything about it. And we all know why. It's because you're embarrassed. Because all they're doing is saying out loud what your book teaches. Everything they say, Westboro, God hates fags and all of that shit, it's all right in the Bible. What do you care? And so, this is basically kind of like a call to arms again. A shout out. Here we have our president's gone delusional now. He's gone so delusional, not only did he choose his little superhero as an adult within the last month, but he decided that the rest of the nation is just as delusional as he is. And that we are now, after all these years of everybody denying it, a Christian, a nation under God. Judeo-Christian principles, blah, 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 blah. And you don't know what you've done. That's because you won't listen. You won't watch YouTube. You need to watch the videos that are directed towards you, Mr. President. Because I gave you your tools months ago. I gave them to you. But you being one of the dumber politicians that I've ever seen. Listen, I got Bill Clinton elected. I started Run, Bill, Run. I started that. And you notice when you left Portland, Oregon, the huge wave of favorable press you got and favorable ratings and such. You notice? Well, listen up. I told you the 3 things that you can do. It's only 3. And it can't hurt you politically. It can only help. Because there's millions of us out here that have been waiting for you to do it. I told you what they are. And if I have to repeat them, I'm going to spank you. But I do have to repeat them because everybody has to know. First of all, I've gone over this many times. Why you're still having it on, I don't know. I don't have any idea why. Well, treat the veterans better. Make a concerted effort to make sure the veterans of our country are treated better. But the don't ask, don't tell. You're the commander-in-chief. As President Truman did when he integrated the troops, said, I'm the commander-in-chief. You'll do as you're commanded and integrate the service. Is there anything wrong with that picture? You're the commander-in-chief. Command them. Do away with don't ask, don't tell. Do away with making it your business what someone does in their bed. Just do away with it. That's all you have to do. It's real easy. Okay. And you said you would look at the science. I don't think you did that, but very well done. I don't think you did. I don't think you looked at the science at all. I think you just, I don't know what you did, but it's really stupid. I mean, go on, think about it for a minute. I don't understand why you cannot see how people could want to use something like a substance, an herb, a plant that comes out right directly that we get to use on our own. We don't have to go through a big old drug company. And you want us, you think you'd like to throw us in jail for doing that. But our doctors and you will throw all the opiates at us that they want. Oh yeah, give me some more of those methadones and those Percocets and this, all of that crap if you're in pain. Don't you understand? So this, once again, command. But you lost me on the delusion. You lost me when you became a magic believer. You did. You lost me. And you lost millions of others trying to make the rest of us like that. We don't like it. I mean, what you did, that was just childish. Ignorant. I'll go so far as to say stupid. And if you're making your daughters go to church with you, that's child abuse. That's child abuse. Anybody else out there agree with me? Take your daughters to church. It's child abuse.